Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, 1001. So there's this cool app on the Fire Stick, right? It's called What to Watch or something like that. I'm telling you, it's a cool app. I don't even know what to call it, but I think it's What to Watch. And if I'll check it later, but I'll correct it. But it's cool because you can go in and you rank things on your taste, or you go to your IMDb watch list, which is really cool, and it'll tell you what's available out there. This one I had on my watch list, right? So, and you could sort it by popularity, but it's not by score. Odd. Anyway, this movie is about a woman who kidnaps her own child from his foster home and tries to find her place in New York City, tries to restart their lives somehow, some way. I don't know. But like I said, it was recommended to me on this app. It was already on my watch list, but they helped me narrow it down. It's 7.0 on IMDb, but only 4,002 people watched it. Not sure who's in it, but an hour and 57 minutes long. I don't know. Kind of like it. Taking a chance here. We're gonna test out this app. What to Watch. I think it's what it's called. But we'll see. I'll let you know what I think. Stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of 1001, and the word that comes to mind after the end is powerful. If I was still doing check-ins, I might not have the same opinion of this movie, because it starts off, and I don't want to downplay it, right? But this woman comes out of prison, Rikers Island, as a matter of fact, and goes and finds her son, who she had left obviously to go to prison, and he's kind of in a shelter. So he's in foster care, whatever, and we know this from IMDb. She takes him, and they run off and start a new life, and then it's the struggle, right? Obviously she's struggling to make ends meet, it's like not a job. She's got to find somewhere to live because they've got to move and they got to chase it away, and it's like that's the whole movie of them trying to get by, essentially. Now, one thing leads to another, and, things start to go well for them. Ex-boyfriend comes along, becomes boyfriend, maybe father material. It's that, and that's a large majority of the movie of just, day-to-day life for them trying to struggle. Now, knowing that she has essentially kidnapped her own son from foster care, fake name, all that kind of stuff. But that's a majority of this movie. And, pursuit of happiness kind of, vibe, if you will. Not that, but it's got that feel to it, So somebody's struggling to get by and doing different things in order to make that happen. Not that she was doing bad things, but, she's doing what she can, leaning on people, whatever, getting help where she can. And and he's growing, going to school, that kind of stuff. And I was like, okay. Good. I get it. Not great, but good. And then you get, a little bit farther through. It's an hour and 57 minute film. I'll say the 140 mark, maybe 130, 140 mark. And it just gets better. And it becomes more and more powerful. I shouldn't say that. The 130, 140 mark, it becomes a lot more interesting. Okay, you're dialed in a little bit more, like, whoa, what did I just miss? Rewind, check that out. And then when you take the whole film as a whole, how powerful it becomes. I thought the acting was really good from her. I have to look up her name. She was good. She plays the part really well because, and it's Teyana Taylor, and maybe I have seen her before. But Coming to America 2 I've seen her in. But she does a great job of playing like, somebody who's come out of prison and steals a kid and trying to make ends meet. And then we have her ex-boyfriend who becomes kind of a boyfriend, I guess, in a sense. Or, I don't know what his role was prior to them meeting, but he seemed like an ex-boyfriend. And he is played by William Catlett, who I know I've seen him many other times. The Devil You Know, Force of Nature, whatever. His name is Lucky. So the acting is great. I love the whole environment, you know, like not being from, you know, that type of upbringing or that environment. How, like, they, two quick examples, it both happened in the same thing, would make it like they got married, right? And so, like, everything was out in the street. All the friends came over and hung out in the street. They didn't show the wedding, but they got married, and the party, the reception was, like, on the block. Same thing, like, at a funeral, was on the block. You know, they had food out there and everything like that, and everybody comes over and does that. I found that, like, you know, interesting because, you know, that's not something that happens for me or in my neighborhood. So it was interesting to see all of that, and, you know, those types of things I thought were done really well. So I say cinematography, but like the look and feel of New York City that they're living in, you know, the apartment, all that stuff. So all of that was great. But really, it comes down to, and I can't talk any more about it, I'm dancing around it. It's a very powerful film once you see it through. When I was seeing it, and I'll tell you this, the first hour and 35 minutes, I was like, a 7? Really? They're giving it a 7? Like, good, you know, but I felt... I've seen something like this, like I say, The Pursuit of Happiness, and I know there's other ones like that that have the same kind of tone to it and the same kind of plot line, but see it through, and you'll easily come to a 7 like I have after you've seen it. They did it great. So, you know, I mean, you want more. Let me tell you that. At least I do. I'd like to see a little bit more. I like the way it ended. I shouldn't say I want. You know, I didn't want more from this film, but I want to know more. So, there you go. I don't know if I was helpful at all. I'm just here to tell you, great movie. See it all the way through. I don't think you wouldn't. With great acting and great, I'd say cinematography, but that's just lumping in the visuals that I saw throughout the movie that made me like it more. That's it. That's all I got. I don't know if I'm helpful at all. Hopefully, I don't know. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.